This is Bara community, Lagos State. I know many of you come from different places, north, east, south, and the rest, even southwest, Ogun State, Oyo, and the likes. And you are here in Lagos State. You are doing your business peacefully. Nobody is disturbing you. When you finish your business every day, go to your various locations where you reside. Sleep there, take your money there. The next day you come here. Nobody has been disturbing you. It is because of what? It is because the people of Bara are peace-loving people. It is because Lagos State is okay. If Lagos State is not okay, many of you will not be able to come. If Lagos State is not okay, some will come and immediately they will run back to their states and say, that place is a no-go area. Even as we are talking in Lagos State, there are some parts of Lagos State that you cannot even stay anyhow. Before you know it, people will do any sort of things. But here, people of Etios and Bara in particular, we are peace-loving. We accommodate everybody. I know many people. This Baba has been with us for a very long years. I know so many people that come here as child like this. Now they have built houses in Lagos State. They have built houses in their country, in their states, and every other place. They are doing businesses. It is because Lagos State is okay. Look at Ibrahim. Look at Timba. Look at so many other people. But we do not disturb you. We have been accommodating, we have been playful, we have been friends with you all the time. But this time around, as you have been benefiting from us, we also want to benefit from you. This time around. And that's the only thing that can cause problem between yourself and us. Because as I said, we have been mandated to
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ dódódódó. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ dódódódó.
Hello there.
Mayegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun Live.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun dayari àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Share this broadcast. Invite your friends. Invite your not so friendly friends and tell them that Mayegun today, I've got loads of goodies for you to peruse tonight. And as we are going from one part to another, we will be establishing everything that is actually wrong with Nigeria. Put it that way. I mean, read the caption of the broadcast. Read the description of the broadcast as well. Sit back, okay? Relax when I start bringing them up to you one by one. What do you think will happen if Sanwo-Olu loses in Lagos? Also, what do you think will happen when Sanwo-Olu wins his re-election or whatever happens, right? What do you think will happen? We'll talk about them tonight. Kalu is back to Lagos. Like somebody who just returned from the World Cup. That's how he said he feels. He said, I feel like I just won a World Cup. When he presented a certificate of return as the president-elect of Nigeria. World Cup in Lagos. There is this bigotry going around, and it seems that day by day, it continues to get worse and worse, and it has become so ridiculous that even people are beginning to believe them. Yes, the Yorubas versus Igbos, only on election time. Yeah, it is about to take a worse turn. I'll take you through the whole journey tonight. Thank you. So, good morning to you once again. Good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun live. There is this trouble looming, and all I smell is people who have hit the rock bottom. Now, people used to say that there seems to be a level of low that APC, Egbekegbe, can go whenever they are desperate, especially for power. But a lot feels like, no, there are some levels they won't go. But for those who have been watching them, especially during this old charade called elections, how they have thrown common sense into the bin. And they have put on the gowns of shamelessness, including that of it and what do you call it? Tribal division. But let me tell you something. There is something called divide and rule. I have never seen, or should I say, 2023 brings back the memory of 2014, 2015. Listen, a lot of you who are so shocked, embarrassed with the level of vile hate and then division that is circulating all over their election and their campaigns in Nigeria, especially from APC, the different propaganda that are so divisive and all that, using tribe, religion, and others, right, to keep everyone divided. It started from 2014, 2015 when these guys were coming on. The division of 2015 is what has left Nigeria fractured, divided. Then the worst governor, the bad leadership, terrible government all over Nigeria has also contributed to the growth of different agitators across Nigeria. That, no, we are done. We don't want to be part of this anymore. Bad governance. But APC, they thrive in chaos. They thrive in division. And if it has to lead to violence as well, you are welcome. They will give it to you. Right? So APC, that introduced tribal, religious, and every other division. You know how they are doing it. Right now, there is one important election for them. Lagos State. The golden goose that laid the golden cash that Ifnumbu used in rigging election in Nigeria. They're not going to give it up. I know there is pressure to as we speak. But in my own inner mind of the mind, I still believe that they are going to rig Sonweku back. All of this effort, the rigging you saw last week, it will be a child's play to what you are going to see that Saturday. Because it is like the lifeline, the pension wallet of the rogues who have captured Lagos for 24 years. How did they do it? Divide and rule. Divide and rule, let me tell you how that works. If I come here and I say, all of you, let's say we have 4 categories of people. Okay, let's group ourselves into 4. This particular group, we will call them the torch bearers. Their own, everything about them is to bear torch. Then the second group, let's call them the axe bearers. You know, the axe that you used to cut things, eh? So people in that group, they are axe holders and bearers. Group 3, let's call them the wool bearers. So the wool bearers, yeah, in group 3, everything about them is about wool, anything wool, linen, clothing and all that. Sure, you get. Then the fourth group, let's call them the broom bearers. They are always, everything about them is about brooms. Meanwhile, they all want something in common. They want good life. They want safety. They want security. And they want every other thing that you can wish for. Nobody is interfering with anybody. Okay? Now, if you that is meant to give them that, if you fail in giving them, if they are united, they can deal with you. How do you keep them divided? Very easy. In a poorly managed country like Nigeria, it is so easy. All you have to do is to say, call the axe bearers. All right? And then I tell them, you have an information for them. They must be very careful of the broom bearers, because the broom bearers are planning to come and take their axes away, so they will have nothing. Then you also go to the wool bearers, and then you say the same thing to them. So all you have to do is to make them suspect one another. You are coming to take my thing. We know that I know that you are coming, even though there is no point. There is actually no sign from any part that anyone is interested in either your wool, your axe, or your broom. So when you are busy, worried about the broomers coming to take away your wools, when would you have time to face the people who are denying you the real life? That's what APC has been doing for a very long time. Divide and rule. Christian versus Muslims. Igbo versus Yoruba. Hausa versus Yoruba. Igbos versus Fulani. And the rest of that. And there are people who have made sure that they have leveraged on these divisive rhetorics. What do I mean by that? In favor of the establishment who is the master of the divide and rule. If you are loyal to us, we'll make sure they don't take your axe away. But the people who are actually interested in taking your broom, your wool, your axe, and every other thing you have away are the same people who are telling you to be careful of others, of what they have. So today in Lagos, in their desperation, they told you that Tifnumbu just gambled Lagos. It wasn't a big deal. It was just like, for him to be the president. That is contentious right now. And in fact, that is taking away the result, the outcome of the election has taken away legitimacy from Kolu and Tifnumbu and his camp. You get what I mean? It's like when you stole something and then you are always suspicious that people are coming for you, or people don't like you, they hate you because of what you stole from them. Do you get that? However, he has returned back to that same Lagos. It was in that same Lagos when he got beaten. I told you that the mistake they made that shocked all of us on what happened in Lagos, that it was so difficult for them to rig. And we also said one of their technique of keeping Lagos under bondage, using threats of Agberos and the rest of them, is just to ensure that you don't come out. If you don't come out to challenge them, they can take all the time in the world and write whatever they want to write. But you see what happened last on the 25th of February, it actually shocked them. And this has now thrown them into a complete lunatic rage. They have completely lost it. Somebody came out, a Lagosian, the same tribal, like, why don't they just discuss competence and everything among themselves without having to throw in your mama na Igbo, you are not a real Yoruba, your papa na Fulani, you are not a real Yoruba, and the rest of all of that, yeah? But because that is what sells well. Tell Yorubas, the Igbos are coming to take your properties. The Igbos are coming to take over your land. And then you begin to ask yourselves, which of the lands are they coming to take? Are they going to make laws, or are they going to give them guns and they will take over? No. They have to speak that into your mind. They have to make you feel like you have no mind of your own. Even if they are sounding so desperate. It got to a point whereby anybody who is not a member of APC in Lagos State is not a Lagosian. To the point that somebody who is a personal assistant, a senior special assistant to the governor of Lagos State, led this particular protest in Lagos Island. You see this boy wearing a black hat, I have been told, he is the son of that man. His name is Jubril Gawat, okay? Now, this bunch of, political Oshins who are living off being political slaves, they are rewarded for being political slaves, right? You see this boy, I've been told that he is the son to that man. If you kind of lived in Lagos in the late 90s and early 2000s, right? The early millennium, you remember that man called Gawat. Every Ramadan period, the one that is always kind of giving a gift when people call in early in the morning for, when they are doing the sari. That man that went missing, that they didn't discover his body till date. They said in Tifnumbu's way of recruiting the children of the enslaved in Lagos, right? They rewarded this boy with senior special assistants to the governor of Lagos State on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok matters. Now, look on your right. You know what prompted this rally? This is the rally to show that what happened on the 25th of February. Yeah, that Labour Party routed everybody, every one of them in their different polling, including Lagos Island. That it is an insult. They have gone so mad that they have done so many behind the scene threats here and there. They have opened up different fake social media profiles whereby some people are saying Lagos is no man's land. Do you know that the genesis of Lagos is no man's land? It's not from the Igbos at all. This came as part of the APC propaganda for a long time now. And usually they pop up during elections. Okay? When people will remind them that, listen, if we have to put all things into consideration, you see this Lagos, it is like the melting pot of what Nigeria is meant to be as a former capital of the country. Also, politically, it was strategically empowered by the faulty Nigeria system that failed to open up other, other supposedly seaports across the southern Nigeria.
This was politically and strategically put in place like that. Okay? But nevertheless, Lagos is Yoruba land. By the virtue of the location of Lagos, the people, the original Lagosians, the Aworis, the Ilajes, the Ijebus. Now, here is where the story of Lagos gets interesting. When Lagos was Lagos, then, as a small colony that's so close to the ocean, right? So the colonial masters that picked Lagos colony, then there was no Lagos state. You see, Ikorodu, Ekpe, all those areas like Mushin, Shomolu, Fadeyi, and all those areas, right? From the beginning, they were not naturally from Lagos. Until when the expansion got in, that's what make Ijebus as partly the owners of Lagos today, because Ijebu land is part of Lagos today, as well as so many other lands. And that in itself will make you see how other tribes from Yoruba land are strategically located in what is today's Lagos state. But let's slow down. Are you with me? Let's take a bit of a step backward a bit. Okay? A Lagos for years that has had different non-Yorubas as administrator of the city. Abi, for so many years until Tifnumbu and gang came up. So when they start trying to arrogate the existence of Lagos to Tifnumbu, that is when people remind them that how could Tifnumbu that comes from Iragbiji Osun be actually the owners of Lagos? Where are the real Lagosians? By then, they have succeeded in turning the real Lagosians into playing the second fiddle. For those who complied, they didn't complain. For others who didn't comply, they have been politically excommunicated. Now, for some reason, the threat they are actually facing right now is that there are real Lagosians, true, who are tired of them. A week or so ago, the same narrative was spread everywhere. And with their different fake social media handles, with different fake names, including Igbo names. So they are able to implanted the hate that they wanted in so many other Yorubas who are up to now are unable to actually ask themselves, okay, hang on. If they say, if any other person or any other political party takes over Lagos, how come it is only the Igbos are the target when you have over 300 ethnic nationalities that make up the entire population of Lagos? Why are they the real target? It didn't work last week. Well, it seems that it's going to work this time because the intensification of the hatred has now gone beyond just the APC, who have been the orchestrator of this whole thing. You are now seeing Yorubas who ordinarily don't really like Tifnumbu. They are now asking questions like, did you hear that they said that if especially that Labour Party, that Gbadebo, these guys they have become so blinded, right? To the point that they don't even give a damn. Not most all of them that are actually non-Lagosians themselves. So, they are now saying it to the face of the real Lagosians that they are not Yorubas. They're not even saying they are not Lagosians only. They are saying they are not Yorubas. Unfortunately, from testing the pulse of the people right now, a lot of Yorubas are actually angry with them. But do you know there are also Yorubas who are also feeling concerned? And I'm saying this tonight because I've actually heard from some Yorubas who are like, Mayegun, did you hear that? Is it true that? And I'm like, did you believe that? I was like, yeah. They said that the moment Labour Party takes over Lagos, is going to sack all of the Yorubas working for government in Lagos and is going to employ all Igbos. And then the Igbos are going to take over all of the land in Lagos. I said, which of them do you think they are going to take? I've got my own house in Lagos. I mean, almost my entire family. I have properties scattered all across Lagos. all of them lamenting, complaining of what Tifnubu has now turned that Lagos into, and the rest of all the clans of criminals that has been able to like hold grip onto the whole state. So does that mean that the Igbos are going to take my papa house there in Ketu? Or they're going to take that my family land there in Ikorodu? Which of them? Or they are going to go to this my other family land and properties there in Okokomaiko and everywhere that we actually have? Or is that the one in Bariga or Shomolu? But these are the questions you are not asking yourself, right? Now take a look at this image again. It's called desperation. My Lagos, not your Lagos. You are here because of your business. Do you get that hate now? My Lagos. This is not your Lagos. For a political party, a government, that since they have been ruling Lagos, they know that Lagos comprises of a lot of people from different backgrounds, and none is there forcing or taking anybody's land, taking anybody's job or business. But politics came, and look at this young man. Now, this hatred of my Lagos, not your Lagos. You get that? Also, in their desperation, a supposed government Andu on Twitter tweeted this. Yeah? Also, and this whole thing, right, is just to make the Yorubas scared. But when we check what happened on the 25th of February, now the Yorubas actually populated those ballot boxes. So the one they burned, the one they tore, and the ones they forged, they are mostly the vote of the Yorubas. So which means they didn't get it yet. Somebody dropped this on online. Said, when they tell you that the enemies of Yorubas are the Igbos or anybody they want to blame, you can actually put this before them. When they killed the young people in Lagos, they probably told themselves that they killed Igbos, therefore nobody died. Yeah? When, a lot of questions are being asked. Okay? So one of the reasons is the last one. That if they say Lagos State is generating 50 billion every month, how much of this is going into private pocket of Tifnumbu and others? And how much of this is going into helping the communities that actually generated the fund? They are not answering the right questions. And that is why they are churning out threats after threats. This is the particular one they made before they got trounced, beaten Balabulu, when the threat didn't actually work. Take a listen at the horrible rhetoric coming from this lazy Angaron, and they are going to put all of that on. We are doing all of this because we want to save Yoruba land. I'm coming back to that too. Let's go back to that recorded content.
This is Lara community, Lagos State. I know many of you come from different places. North, east, south, and the rest, even southwest, Ogun State, Oyo, and the likes. And you are here in Lagos State. You are doing your business peacefully. Nobody is disturbing you. When you finish your business every day, you go to your various locations where you reside. sleep there, take your money there, the next day you come here. Nobody has been disturbing you. It is because of what? It is because the people of Bara are peace-loving people. It is because Lagos State is okay. If Lagos State is not okay, many of you will not be able to come. If Lagos State is not okay, some will come and immediately they will run back to their states and say, that place is a no-go area. Even as we are talking in Lagos State, there are some parts of Lagos State that you cannot even stay anyhow. Before you know, people will do any sort of things. But here, people of Etios and Bara in particular, we are peace-loving. We accommodate everybody. I know many people. This Baba has been with us for a very long years. I know so many people that come here as child like this. Now they have built houses in Lagos State. They have built houses in their country, in their states, and every other place. They are doing businesses. It is because Lagos State is okay. Look at it, look at Timber, look at so many other people. But we do not disturb. We have been accommodating, we have been playful, we have been friends with you all the time. But this time around, as you have been benefiting from us, we also want to benefit from you. This time around. And that's the only thing that can cause problem between yourself and us. Because as he has said, we have been mandated to talk to you. If we have not called you to continue to be peaceful, for Etios to continue to be peaceful, for people, all of you in Bara, to continue to live peacefully and be doing your business, and for Nigeria as a whole. Because let us look at it. Since 1999, when people are talking that it is Tinubu that remodeled Lagos State, some other people are saying trash. We know how Lagos was before 1999. Many of you that has been to Ajegunle, many of you that has been to Bariga, you know how all those places are. They are slums. Many that has been in Mushi, those places are slums. Many that have been in Ladipo, Ladipo is even a noble area there. But look at all those places today. It is because somebody has done the groundwork for Lagos to continue to exist and progress all the time, daily and daily. And that's why many people are coming. I can say that before anybody in Nigeria thinks of going abroad, they first think of coming to Lagos. Is that not so? They will first think of coming to Lagos. When they are able to make some living and not money, they will not say, yes, at least I have tried. Let me go to US. Let me go to London. Let me go to so many other places. It is because the people of Lagos State are accommodating. The government of Lagos State are doing what is right. I don't want to talk about other states. What I want to tell you, and I know, as he has said, that those of you that has PVCs, some I know many of you have it, and you don't want to tell us that you have it. What you are going to do, because I know that some of you may not be voting here, but you'll be voting in different other places. For you to continue to do business here, we must see who you voted for. We must see it, yo. We must see it. And when you are voting, you have your phone. You can snap the party you voted for. It is secret ballot. You do your. We must see it, yo. We must see it. And when you are voting, you have your phone. You can snap the party you voted for. It is secret ballot. You do your bimodal, you take your card, you vote. When you vote, snap where you voted for. If we did not see APC there, you are in trouble. We will fight. Tell your daughter to snap it for you. Yes. I don't know, but what we are saying, this is not a trend. Let me tell you, it's not a trend, so we are telling you the facts. If you think you want to do on your own way, do it. We are not agreeing with you. It's not a trend. So wherever you are doing your business, you are able to feed your family, your wife, and send your children to school, whatever they do in that place, you have to do it. Because if those people did not accommodate you, you won't be able to stay there and be doing your business. And that's what we are telling you. If you want to continue to do your business here and do it peacefully, harmoniously, and take the gains to your states, do what we want to do. Do what we have asked you to do. Go to the party that we have been going. Unlike before, we do go and beg. Please, please, please. We are not begging this time around. We are not begging. No. What we are saying is just the fact. It's just the fact. Except you feel that you are okay with whatever you have done in fact, and you are going to another place. You all know how can I reach you.
Shengbo. Now, that's there is more. Sure, you get from where that comes from. Oh, there is more. But let me tell you, it is being taken even further now. When people tell you that somebody said, Mayegun, let's leave politics aside. Some Igbos, that they overdo too. What is overdue? Labour Party is not an Igbo party. Abi na Abga. The people that are contesting, the person that is contesting that wants to be governor of Lagos State, is he an Igbo man? Okay. So, if you have done so well that you have actually cut out the Igbos that as you have done during the elections, they have done. So, which means even the Yorubas don't like them. Now, here is where some of you like to create scenarios. Okay? Let me tell you something, everyone. If you haven't been to Lagos, okay, let me tell you about Lagos a little bit. You see that Lagos, where you see every house you see in Lagos, mostly are owned by individuals, not mostly by government, okay? In that same Lagos, every business you see around are through everyone's whatever, source of funding and the rest. Don't attach them to government funding as well. So you see government in Lagos State, from time immemorial, especially from Tinubu's time, what they do is that they are just rent takers. You get that? So it's a system of do what you can, okay? As long as you are acknowledging the state, you are free. Now, here is what that means. The owners of houses in Lagos, they are government on their own, okay? Government doesn't doesn't really help anybody living in Lagos when it comes to housing, rent, or anything. You are on your own. So the landlords can do whatever they like. They can do fuck all. Okay? Now, you see on the streets, where people are meant to be making legitimate businesses, trading and all of that, on that same street, because there's no government for real, other than rent takers and rent seekers, people have now formed caucuses, like groups, armed, dangerous groups, who are outside the government, are also rent takers too, on that same system called Lagos. So government doesn't touch them too, like the landlord. So they can do fuck all. They can do whatever they want. So as long as everybody is getting whatever they want, hang on, I want to fix something before I continue about that story, okay? Give me a sec. Don't go anywhere.
Those that knows me, please, we want you to be our friend. That is why we are making this call. As it is now, I'm going to ask a question. Who already have a PVC? Who has made a recapturing of his PVC and has not collected? Okay, let's start from who has it now. PVC. Can you please put your hands up? Your PVC with you. You have a PVC. Let me see your hand. Even if it's not here now, we are sure you are going to bring it. Yes. If you don't have it now, but you can bring it maybe tomorrow or just tomorrow. Okay, if you know you have a PVC, just raise your hand.
Coming to that. So, which means in that Lagos, there is actually no special privilege for anybody. You are on your own. Okay? Just do whatever you can to survive. So, when we talk about thugs, street thugs, Agbero in Lagos, no be only Yoruba be Agbero. There are Agbero, there are Igbos in Lagos who are Agbero. There are Hausas, Fulanis, Northerners, Southerners, Easterners, Deltans, and everybody from everywhere in Nigeria. You will see them. It depends on where and where you want to go. Just choose anywhere. And to the government of Lagos, to the political party of Tifnumbu, they are not identifying anybody as Igbo or Yoruba. You know, if you are hearing the name like Nayam, give me some of these popular Agberos in Lagos, dead or alive. Give me some names. I know about Nayam. I know about this other guy. Came to my head, but you know what I mean. So you have to do whatever you can to create and carve a niche for yourself. So Tifnumbu and gang, all they need is that your base? Are you the one controlling that place? Oh yeah, come on board. Oh yeah, no, I'm not talking about the ones who are Yorubas. I'm talking about the ones who are like Igbos that you know, that are not even Igbos, non-Yorubas, who are Agberos in Lagos, dead or alive. Give me some names. Here you get who are not from Lagos. At the same time, they are non-Yorubas. But to Tifnumbu, they are useful. Whether you are Igbo, Agbero, whether you are this or that. But you know something is this. In that chaotic place called Lagos, APC is able to maintain order by doing something called just do your thing. That's exactly what Lagos is all about. Just do your thing. Okay? Whether you want to do it on the Bomboy, God bless you. Now Bomboy in Muferoti, especially Bomboy, very popular as well. He's not a Yoruba. He's very prominent, very, very influential. The Yorubas are those who are behind him too. Number this or that. So this is the life of Lagos. Okay? Now, everyone who has lived in Lagos knows this. The only threat to Yorubas in Lagos are most of those children of the homeowners in Lagos that are waiting for their parents to die so that they can sell the houses, sell the lands, sell whatever they can sell, throw parties, marry more wives. Some will be in hotel for months until the money is gone. Then you see them at different junctions collecting money here and there. And then they will say, that boy, in Papa, almost and good yeah. You know that's almost that Baba Samos and good we get 200 Molue in the 80s, 70s. He has about 21 houses. Now one of his son be that. He has about 10 wives. What happened to all the why is the boy now Agbero? Oh, they have sold all the properties, they've shared the money, all the children. Guess those who are now buying those properties from them? The people who are also in Lagos, working and then making their own living in that Lagos. The threat to Yorubas, those are the Yorubas, those are the real threats. There is nobody that will tell you that an Igbo man, be anybody from non-Yoruba in Lagos state of Nigeria today has walked into anybody's property, forged the signature, and kicked them out of their houses. Guess those who are selling lands? Guess those who are selling their family houses? Guess those who are now homeless? Guess those who are now living poor in the land that their own parents also came to, made and worked and toiled and left something. So if you see anybody that is making any threats against anybody, trying to find any excuses, to look for somebody to blame for anything,
They are those losers from Yoruba land. What are you afraid of? The only person that can actually come in the middle of the night, chase you out of your land, because they have found some new investor to take over your land from you and won't do anything in return. They have always been the APC. You remember this woman?
That's a woman that is speaking Yoruba very fluently. She's a Yoruba woman. Let me see. There are tens of thousands of people like her who have been chased away from their lands. They have been chased away from their homes. They have demolished all their homes. Nobody care about them. That is that Lagos. And I bet you there are so many more like that. So if anybody tells you that Igbos are coming to, these young people, the obedient, who are Yorubas in Lagos themselves, you are seeing them everywhere. You are calling them Omoale. You are calling the victims of Tifnumbu's misrule, APC, ACN, AC, their misrule of 24 years. You are gaslighting them. You are telling them that for them not supporting Tifnumbu makes them Omoale. Hello? Like, some of you don't even know that. Following that route, following that path, following that kind of a path is what will finally bury you. That is why you must have a very strong rigging formula. Because what I have experienced, what I have seen so far is that you have actually annoyed people with the level you have taken this. They were asking Sonweku all about, what is done. Come and give account. You turned around. You turned your campaign into a tribal war campaign. That's what you have done, You have done more damages to whatever is left of a drowning APC. Kolu was back in Lagos. And they said we lost Lagos. They said I lost Lagos. We didn't lose anything. We won a majority of the House of Rep. We won the majority of the Senate. So what is losing there? And I also won the presidency. But you didn't win them. You got trounced. You got beaten. You falsified figures. And up to now, we are yet to see any single polling unit won by APC, to see a single video of, let's even say, okay, una APC, now this polling unit you won, make the video, authentic video. There is no single video of anywhere, not even a single one. We have seen thousands of videos of what happened in Lagos, live. But the panic, the tension, is tougher than that of them wanting to be president. Abi? So the children, this, obedient, they said, we are taking over Lagos. And you, my brother, that knows if you have been to Lagos, so I'm talking to you. Because I know they have fed, no, it's all right. It's okay. I know they have fed you with enough hate already, okay? It's all right. There's no point in trying. I'm not trying to convince you, okay? Emima convince you, bigotti. When at the end of the day, all of you go realize that this whole thing has nothing to do with Yoruba, Igbo, or anybody. It has nothing to do with Christianity, or it has nothing to do with any of this. This, their divide and rule tactic, is working on you. Can I waste time around me trying to convince you? No. You see this life, Life, they say, is a teacher. The more you live, the more you learn. I will just be your conscience that will remind you later that in every hate that they have fed you with on WhatsApp or on Twitter or on Facebook and every other one you have imagined yourself, the hate that you carry right now, because everything Igbo right now is vexing you, because some Igbo saying Lagos is no man's land. Mind you, if you are one of those who are actually saying Lagos is no man's land, I know you might actually be saying that to the right people's up, okay? Lagos is a man's land. Lagos is a Yoruba land, okay? And that is not debatable. But being part of Nigeria, Lagos belongs to Nigeria. Here you get. That too, is not debatable. No, Mayegu, that is debatable. No, it's not. Except if you want to look for another excuse to justify whatever you believe in already, which is okay.
But it's not debatable. Lagos is Yoruba land. Yorubas own Lagos, every part of it, including the ocean. Yeah, I mean, by providence. But being part of Nigeria now, Lagos belongs to Nigeria. Now, if you don't like that, then you should begin to believe in the self-rule, the autonomous and all of that stuff. Things that will actually make you, as Yorubas, to do everything we want all by ourselves, not building a Yoruba land of a bigots. You won't even have a space there. Honestly, you won't. Because Yorubas are not bigots. Now, when politics happen like this, the people who are scared of losing their feeding bottle, this is what the whole thing is all about. The political Oceans who are parading themselves as honorable men and women, excellencies and excellences, and excellency, whatever other title they give to themselves, right? They are the people who are scared that they are about to lose their feeding bottle. If this, that all of you are saying you will take over Lagos, you will take over Lagos, if that should happen, you are going to cut a huge chunk out of whatever their source of funding is. And it's going to change everything entirely, including in the entire Yoruba land. Now, they need to tell you that if you do that, or if you support that, very soon, they are going to import Igbos from outside Yoruba land, and they are going to take over Yoruba land. How does that make any sense? Now then, now when they finish using you, and then you realize that the people that they have been suffering, the people they have been victimizing, they are majorly Yorubas. Yorubas have no single benefit for being Yorubas in Lagos. Tell me, you being Yoruba in Lagos, is there any special privilege you get? At least it's our land. I could sleep in Ilukweju. When I sleep in Ilukweju, eat my breakfast in Ilukweju, and then I go on to my father's house in Iketu to eat lunch. I may live there, right, and just quickly dash down. No, it's not that easy. They didn't build Lagos that way that it's going to be easy for me to quickly dash down to Shomolu, Bariga, mix up with my friends and everybody there, go back to somewhere, our own family house in Bariga as well, meet with the family, have some bit of fun in the afternoon, right? Of course, I'll stay till the evening, get some, some refreshments, and around the same time, jump on the train, you see, jump on the train, straight to Okokomaiko, where I also have my family house as well. You know what I mean? Nah, that is not the Lagos they have built. There is no special privilege for Yorubas. If you go to the areas where Yorubas are, you need to see the roads. You need to see the hospitals. Yorubas are bigger too. If you go to the areas where Yorubas are living, you need to see their drainages. You need to see their houses. 24 hours electricity. You need to see the level of the kind of cars around there. But if you go to areas where non-Yorubas are staying, it's actually, you know what I mean? There is nothing like that. If you are a Yoruba man, the best hospital in Lagos is preserved for the Yorubas. Very, very bigoted people. They love themselves so much that if you see all the schools they give to their children, all of their children are in school. You need to see how the schools are. Their Yoruba teachers are getting paid the best money. Oh, you need to, you know that there is no special privilege. You know that. Of course you do. All of you know that. Shout, Yoruba, this or that, Igba, wo. At the end of the day, now your mama and your papa, they go still send on to the motorway, the highway, to go and sweep and clean the highway, and they are getting paid 10,000 naira, 15,000 naira in the biggest a state with the biggest economy, supposedly biggest economy in the entire of West Africa. Yoruba privilege. What is Yoruba privilege in Lagos? I ask you. There is none other than it's our land. It's our land. And the words that are shouting is our land, it's our land. They are the same people that are now hiring agents to come and help them sell their family house. I say, don't sell your family house. Let's do something. CEO. Àwọn ọmọ akótilẹ́tà arúgún that are now shouting behind APC because of peanut they are giving them. He said, I want to sell my father's house. I'm on this is my father's house, eh? If I want to sell this house, I think get like 70 million. 70 million. If I get 70 million last song, some are waiting for their parent to die. These are shearers that are shouting behind Tifnumbu. You get that? Now, reasonable people are still advising them, don't sell it. You know something, eh? We will give you a contract, okay? Which means we will rebuild this house into a shopping mall, into a flat, into this or that, okay? And we are going to run it for 20 years, 25 years, okay? And we can give it back to you. Don't sell it. Those are the real threat to Yoruba land. Those are the real threat to... Oh, you see that one that was making out? Etiosa. Eh? That one became a ballet as a thug. It's not even from Etiosa. He has no relationship with them there. But being Omonile, they call, you know those they call Omonile? Omonile are those who are selling the land in Lagos. They will sell anything sellable. If you want to prove stubborn, they will kill you. Yes. Omonile in Lagos. And once you become Omonile, 20 by 1, 40 by, 60 by 120, they can make you ballet. The ballet of Irogbogun land. They started, you know all those stuff. They started creating history that were never there. They are those who are selling the land, the inheritance of Yoruba land. They are those. So if they lose Lagos, imagine all of that cutting down by half. That's the real thing. Imagine all this illicit money. There is a video on YouTube. Okay. How you know, I forgot the title, but I'll tell you what it's all about. The video is about how the touts rob Lagos. They call them touts, street area father, and all of them. It's like a common feature. If you want to buy anything from any market and you want to load that same truck, you are going to pay them. If you are as a trader, you are bringing in your goods into your stall, right? Before you offload from the truck, bringing your goods, right? You have to pay them. That is what they live on. Do you get that now? So, if the people that are giving them the power, Tifnumbu and APC, if they no longer have that power or coverage, except whoever is going to take over Lagos as a plan, they will make Lagos State ungovernable for anyone, because they are the real people who are like threatened that if they will no longer have that security. Now, they can spread all fear if you want to. But you know something? The Gen Z that they are talking to, this fear may be working on the older generation. These guys have actually gone so low that they are threatening their own civil service, the civil servant. And the civil servant as well, they are threatening their family members. If APC lose, we are going to lose our job. Oh. They said they are going to sack all of us. Oh. They said this or that. They are threatening them. Just something like this. We are not threatening you. We just want you to know. All because they are scared to be exposed. What will happen if they lose? I'll play this and I'll take you to that part where Kolu is back. They will give it everything. You will see the rigging you've never seen before. Now that the Supreme Court says they can spend the old money, all of them that were angry with their leaders for not giving them money for the election the last one, they will give them money. Kolu is going to call a bigger meeting. This bigger meeting is going to charge them to go all out. And face anyone that try. Their effort is to make sure that you don't come out. If you don't come out, okay, if you are not many that comes out, they will rig it. And before evening, they will announce Sonweiku. Then the following day, a lot of you are going to be on social media screaming, rigging, they have rigged us. Oh, I've never seen this kind of rigging in my life. Which kind of country is this? They have rigged us. So Sonwolu, go better for you. So that's it. But if a lot of you comes out, if you are like so huge like you did the last time, they will attack you like you haven't seen before, okay? But at the end of the day, you're just going to make it worse and hard for them. They said when they do something like that, before 12 noon, if all of them are still no gree go, the thought will go back to where they come from. So it will just be left, the whole thing will be left for the INEC to finish you, right? And falsify all the figures. In fact, they already have all the figures for Lagos election. You see all this drama and the whole thing. They are just spreading this propaganda so that when they finish the rigging, a lot of Yorubas will say, at least they have saved Yorubas from Igbos. Do you know how dangerous that is? Do you know? That is why I said the game they are playing is so dangerous that people who are following them, they didn't know. You don't know that they are doing all of this all because they want to keep power, not because they want to do anything different from what they have done to Yoruba land, to Lagos State in the last 24 years. It's not all about that. But when they finally get what they want, you will be left with the satisfaction that will make you feel like at least Yoruba land did not go into the hands of Igbo. At least it is not an Igbo man. So you see that personal conviction, right? It is embedded. And there are many Yorubas, okay, who are going to now, like, it's like APC is giving Yorubas that have been fed with bigotry, that have been told to blame other people for why Yoruba land, for why we are where we are as a people. Blame other people. Now, if they finally rig themselves in, those category of people, most of them not from Lagos, outside Lagos, so they will have the satisfaction that they don't care if the election is rigged or if anybody get killed. At least APC did one thing. They saved Yoruba land. They saved Yorubas from the disgrace that the Igbos are bringing. Do you understand how propaganda works now? It doesn't matter how educated you are, but you're going to realize it later that this whole thing is not about Yoruba. It's not about Igbo. It's not about anybody. But the divide and rule is so perfectly placed that your division and your anger and hatred that you are sharing and sending, some of you don't even know. Some of you don't know how social media works, do you? Let me tell you something. On this street, there are many influencers. They call themselves social media influencers. What are they influencing? They are influencing your mind, even when you won't know. These influencers, right, they will open different fake accounts on so many platforms. But you see, each of those accounts is meant to propagate a particular message, and only that message only, until it will discover its own audience. And in a synchronization like that, you can actually initiate tribal war using social media by turning people against themselves. APC have done that many times. One guy knows them better, and then his name is the Dildo Senator. Do you remember Dildo Senator? He knows APC very well. Again, listen.
APC is a grand fraud. Expert liars. They are first-class propagandists. They thrive on propaganda. They have spent so much money on media to cover them up. APC.
Anyway, without stressing it, there's that thing I wanted to show you earlier. Yoruba versus Igbo. This is the Igbo man. This is a Yoruba man. Listen to this story. In Lagos, if you want to see where people in Nigeria have the highest inter-tribal and